Good evening and welcome to Prime of Midlife. This evening is just a Sunday night catch up with what's been happening because, oh my goodness, today's been mad. I have done so much housework. There has been washings done, there has been dryings done, there has been cooking done. We had the roast chicken for dinner, and then I had to do the stir fry because I had the stir fry in the fridge, and if I didn't cook it tonight then it would be useless. So that's my lunch sorted for tomorrow. I've made the rice pudding, so I will put that video up probably tomorrow morning, rather than have them all up today. Thank you so much to Mandy, who did that fabulous video about the Popeye eggs. Mandy obviously is my friend and work colleague, and she eats a lot healthier than me. She's very much, chopped veggies, and she just eats a lot healthier than I do. So I said to her, cheap and fast, and she was like, oh, I can do that. So she messaged me today and said, I've done your cooking video, and I was like, send it down, let's get it out there. And she was right. Not expensive, doesn't take a lot of cooking, and is absolutely fabulous. I might actually have to try it. If I do, I have to say everyone at work will be going like, oh my God, Karen, eating healthy stuff. Which is not actually the second word that we use, can I just mention? But yes, so far today we have obviously done the huge shop, which was just huge. But we managed to get stuff for myself, Patrick, the cat, Kathleen, my mum, and a really good food donation. Which, as I say, that's not my money that's doing that. That is because the channel's monetised. I like to use some of the monetisation money to pay it forward, make a difference, whatever you want to call it, so that everyone who watches the videos can then say, well, actually, I helped to do that. So that was just a little bit in the middle. We have another donation coming up at the end of the month, hopefully. So we'll see if we can't get that on video. As I say, it's just been such a busy day. I had intended making macaroon bars. I had intended doing an awful lot of stuff, to be honest. But by the time I got the shopping sorted, and then I have to get the washing and drying done because that's what I wear to work next week. So by the time I got that sorted, and then I had to tidy up my fireplace because I'm determined I'm doing fireside chats at one point. I just haven't got it sorted yet. And then it was dinner, and then I remembered I had to do the stir fry, and I have the rice pudding in the slow cooker, and I have the ham in the slow cooker. The rice pudding is just out, as I say, it looks rather lush. Very, very lush. In fact, bear with me a second. I do not believe that is that cat again. Are you having a laugh? Now, I am obviously not going to eat this because, let me just look and see if you can see that. That is what my rice pudding looks like. It is rather lush. So yes, that will be getting chilled and probably taken to work, and everyone will get given some because the amounts that I made, that could probably feed at least 4 to 6. There is only 2 of us. So, you know what that noise means, don't you? Hang on. Did you just wait for me to do the video? Really? That is the cat now and again. So she's quite happy. And thank you for all the kind comments about Raven. She's lovely. She's very noisy. I don't know what's wrong with her just now. She's just been a bit sooky, so I'm presuming she's had a bit of an argument with the other cats out the back. So yeah, that's about it. I haven't managed to do nearly as much as I thought I would do. The one thing, just while I'm here, the one thing I did notice, I read this thing in The Guardian and it's saying, oh, GB News is not doing too well. Talk TV is not doing too well. You know, they're not getting people watching them on telly. They're not getting views on TikTok or YouTube. People don't seem to be tuning in. And you have a question about that? I have just sat and watched the Andrew Neil show. And all it is a platform for politicians to get their message across, to say the same sentence over and over and over and over and over. Although Andrew Neil wasn't too bad, but then he had Matt Hancock on, which is just, he's lucky he's still employed. So yeah, it doesn't actually surprise me. I think what I've noticed from when I started watching YouTube regularly and then put up the channel, I think people are fed up of that. I think we know what they're doing now. We know what they're doing. We know that every morning the government will trot out a spokesperson, the opposition will trot out a spokesperson, and the government will follow the party line, and the opposition will go against it and say, how can you do that? But it doesn't matter. They're not telling us anything. They're not doing anything. They're going to do what they want to do. They just put someone out there to try and say, oh yes, well, and if someone says, oh, but what about, but what we have done, let me be clear about this, just utter rubbish. So yeah, that's quite an interesting thing, that seemingly the media, like the mass media, is not getting the following that it used to. And I think personally that's because people have turned off from the trite little homilies that they trot out day after day after day. We're actually making up our own minds now. So more power to our elbow is what I say. And I'm going now to go and eat some rice pudding and put up videos. So I will catch you later.